everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is dissecting more things that just don't make sense out of Kyle Richards' mouth, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. And also, don't forget to check out the description box below. We have tons of goodies in Shop the Love collection. I designed it, so I hope you love it. So with that, let's dive right on in. So as we all know, Kyle Richards is also windmilling, trying to save her own diamond. Because at this point, when it comes to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I don't know who's safe. I don't know who's not. It's just a hot mess. But I wanted to break down some things that just don't make sense with things that Kyle is now coming out and saying and what played out in the last episode, and just to get what you guys think about this. So according to Reality Blurb, I will read the article and then we will dissect each part that doesn't make sense and why I think Kyle is lying. Okay, so let's dive in. It says, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards, on wondering if Kathy's apology was sincere and thinking Kathy hates her. Feeling guilty, plus Kathy's uncomfortable chat with Lisa Rinna. Kyle Richards is looking back at the tense encounter she had with Lisa Rinna and her sister Kathy Hilton on the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. After watching as Lisa confronted Kathy about the horrible things she uttered not only about Kyle, but her entire family, who she allegedly threatened to quote-unquote destroy, Kyle admitted that she never saw her relationship with her sibling facing such turmoil when she suggested her for the show ahead of season 11. Some of the things that were said about me... Okay, so let's stop there. Number one, I'm calling BS on this. First of all, was Kyle the one who suggested Kathy? Or is the truth that the show was originally supposed to be around the three sisters, which is Kathy Hilton, Kim Richards, and Kyle Richards. So I'm confused as to why Kyle now is trying to take credit for suggesting that Kathy join in season 11, when the truth is, in the beginning, it was supposed to be the show about the three of them. So if the show is about the three of you, you don't need to suggest Kathy for the show, for season 11. So to me, that's another, sort of lie and sort of way that Kyle is now trying to change the narrative because she's looking really crazy in these streets and she's getting so much backlash. To me, Kyle is really trying to rewrite history here. Another part of that is Andy Cohen has always wanted Kathy to come on the show. He's always wanted her to be on. If he had it his way, Kathy would be a diamond holder. So for Kyle to be talking about, I wanted to suggest her for season 11, again, it's a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of lies. It's making her just look even more grimy than she already looks because she's just so disloyal to her own family. It's disgusting. Also, there was also allegedly the fact that Kathy Hilton herself wanted to come on because she had gotten blowback from the Paris Hilton documentary. So those are 3 points that point to the fact that Kyle really had nothing to do with Kathy Hilton joining the series ahead of season 11. So for her to say she never saw her relationship with her sibling facing such turmoil as she suggested her for the show ahead of the season 11, to me is a bunch of BS. Number one, the show was always supposed to be about the three sisters. Number two, Andy Cohen has always wanted Kathy Hilton on the show. And number three, it was Kathy's choice because she wanted to sort of, clean up whatever her reputation was after the Paris Hilton documentary, allegedly. So that right there to me is a bunch of BS from her. Okay, let's continue. Some of the things that were said about me that night led me to say, I feel like you hate me. Of course, I know we will always say things when we're upset in the moment, but I don't know what to say about that. Kyle shared on the September 28th episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show. I never imagined being in a situation with my sister Kathy when she joined the show. I was the one saying, my sister Kathy should come on the show. She's funny. We made up. I think it could be great, Kyle recalled. According to Kyle, she felt that if her sister were to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast, the two of them would be able to spend more time together and increase their bond. But as viewers have since seen, that's not how Kathy's audition played out. Now, here I am in a situation where my sister's coming to my house and apologizing to me. It was very uncomfortable, Kyle admitted. I'm stressed for her, I'm stressed for me, and I had this weird sort of, I'm hurt, I'm angry, but I also felt like, gosh, I'm kind of feeling bad that she's having to do this. Okay, let's stop right there. Do we think for 1 second, Kyle felt bad that Kathy had to come to her house to apologize? When Kathy was leaving her house, she basically slammed the door in her face while she was still talking, and then Kyle said "F my life," and then she went to laugh and kiki with Lisa Rinna. Kyle, this whole article is nothing but, not the article itself. I'm saying everything that Kyle has said is nothing but a bunch of BS, because she's now trying to save face, because we now just see that her and Rinna and Dorit and Erica really got together and they thought that they were going to bring Kathy Hilton down. Then Kyle realized the plan was actually to bring her down, and now she's trying to do damage control. But miss me with all these lies, Kyle. It's just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And also, why did you think that? And you're also saying, oh, Kathy coming on the show would be a great time for us to, spend more time together. But in your confessional, you admitted that you dodge her calls. So when your sister is calling you and trying to have more time with you and trying to talk to you, you already admitted that you're dodging her calls. So Kyle, the truth is, you're the bad guy in the situation. You get on the show, you cry all the time, you have these bizarre nervous breakdowns about your sisters hating you and about them not wanting to be around you or not liking you. But the truth is, you're the one who admits that you dodge her calls, so she's trying to be close to you and you're not letting her be close to you. We've seen you co-sign other people disrespect your sisters, Kim and Kathy. So the problem is you. The problem is you, Kyle. So many lies. So many lies. And then I'm going to get into the big glaring problem I have. The big glaring problem I have. We're about to get into it. Okay. The article goes on to say, Kyle was even wondering if Kathy truly wanted to apologize or if she simply felt obligated. Kyle, shut up. Okay. Then she goes, I was thinking, does she really want to be doing this, or does she feel like she has to do this? Kyle admitted. In addition to Kathy offering an apology to Kyle on the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle said Kathy wanted to speak to Lisa. However, as the lady sat down to hash things out, she could tell that they were triggering one another. I was so unbelievably uncomfortable just seeing my sister and Lisa Rinna, Kyle noted. It becomes a point where it's just too stressful, and I wanted to believe my sister's apology, and I wanted to move forward, and I was also scared of what else I was going to hear. I was thinking, I almost don't want to know anymore. I can't hear, she recalled. I never even pushed to ask because I didn't want to get my feelings hurt. At that point, I was very quiet, and I let them have their conversation. I just thought, God, this is really, really messy now. Okay. We're going to have to call some BS, right? Because we over here are going to put on our candy cane critical thinking hats. Now, Kyle first said, some of the things that were said about me that night led me to say, I feel like you hate me, right? Then she goes on to say, I was thinking, I almost don't think I want to know anymore. I can't hear. I never even pushed to ask because I don't want to get my feelings hurt. Listen, Kyle must think we're real stupid. Kyle must think we're real dumb. You mean to tell me that you don't even know what Kathy was apologizing for? You mean to tell me that you did not have a conversation with Kathy about what she said to Lisa Rinna? This doesn't make sense. If my sister went on some rant to my friend about me, and then she's going to come over and apologize about what she said on camera, you better believe that me and my sister already had a conversation about what she said about me. So why are you now saying, I was thinking, I almost don't think I want to know anymore, I can't hear? She recalled, I never even pushed to ask because I didn't want to get my feelings hurt. At that point, I was very quiet and let them have their conversation, and I just thought, blah, 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 blah. This doesn't make any sense, Kyle. I knew something was bothering me about this. This doesn't make any sense. You mean to tell me that you want a sincere apology from your sister, but yet you don't know the full extent of what she said? That does not make any sense. What this does is prove that you, Kyle, were in cahoots with Lisa Rinna, because this gives you the leeway to let Lisa Rinna say whatever it is that she wanted to say that Kathy said. This gives Lisa Rinna the leeway to put words into Kathy Hilton's mouth. Oh, because some of the things that were said about me that night led me to say, I feel like you hate me. So some of the things she said that you never even heard her say, that only Lisa Rinna told you, that you never even asked Kathy about, but yet you expected a sincere apology for. Kyle, we're not stupid. If I expect a sincere apology from someone, you better believe I know exactly, and I mean exactly, what they are apologizing for. So this logically makes no sense. It makes zero sense. Zero. There is no way you had Kathy Hilton come to your house on camera to have a conversation, to ask for an apology, without knowing exactly what she said. Then what are you getting an apology for? What are you getting an apology for? Doesn't make sense. Kyle, you're lying. You're lying. Maybe Kathy did say some stuff about you, which was probably right, and it was probably hard to hear, being shaded by your sister. But I think whatever Kathy said, you know exactly what she said. And that's why you wanted the apology. But it does not make sense to say you didn't know what she said, you didn't want to hear anymore, but then also say that you still want a sincere apology. What it does is it allows Lisa Rinna to put words in Kathy Hilton's mouth. Oh, well, I didn't hear what she said, but Lisa said, right? We're not stupid, Kyle. We're not stupid. This makes no sense. You're claiming what some of the things she said that night, but yet you're also saying that you didn't want to know what she said. Pick a lane, Kyle. You lying, girl. You lying. But that's what I think. I want to know what you guys think. Are you with me on this? Does what Kyle is now saying not make sense? Her trying to now say she wanted her sister to come on the show because she wanted to be closer to her, but we all know that's not true. We all know it was Kathy's choice to come on the show. We all know Andy always wanted Kathy on the show, and we all know that Kyle has been very disrespectful and dismissive to Kathy every time she's on screen. That doesn't track. And now this. Do you guys agree that this doesn't make sense? What Kyle is saying? How do you not know what was said, but yet you want a sincere apology for what was allegedly said? That doesn't make any sense. Do you think that this is more proof that Kyle and Lisa were in on the Kathy takedown together, and then Lisa just sort of, went rogue to try and take Kyle down too? Let me know what you guys think. Put it in the description box down below. But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a key is always better with community. And don't forget to shop the description box down below and the Love Collection. So with that, you guys, take care of yourself and each other. Bye!
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!